All right. What's up, everybody? I am back. It's a Tuesday, man. But listen, this is a stream test, and I'm trying to do. Hold on. You can kind of hang out with me through this because, as I've told you many times before, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Right? So, because this could do something. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. What is no? Oh, um, okay. I don't want. This could be no video input. My magic design, bro. Okay. All right. So let's see. Maybe. Oh, okay. So this is part of the thing that you can absolutely count on every time you jump on with me at the Mark Z Drumcast. You can absolutely number one count on the fact that you're gonna get what you get. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get what's happening here. You're gonna get the real deal, bro. You're gonna get the real deal. All right, that might have done something. I know. Maybe it's not a great look that I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but listen, if my struggles help anybody out there watching my channel, then it's all good. Then it's all good. All right, let me see if I go to my channel and see if we are. Huh. No, still doesn't look like we're streaming on Twitch. Actually, this is not too bad though, right? Yeah. So we should be. Honestly, we should be. Let me look on here. Yeah, so if there is anybody out there that absolutely um is interested in my struggles, then that's a good thing. I'm always looking to help somebody out. But at the same time, listen, be prepared to help me out. If you're out there right now and you're watching me struggle and you know anything about this restream stuff or this Twitch stream, because I can Twitch stream with OBS, but I cannot directly Twitch stream from my ATEM Mini, which I thought I was able to do. But I could Twitch stream. I could stream through Restream on both YouTube and Twitch, which is what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't want to have to do two shows every day, um, right? But I want to be on Twitch as well because these guys. Hold on. Maybe this will do it. It is so crazy now because I think I'm already streaming on YouTube, and then it just said to go live. So I've been streaming on YouTube for 4 minutes, but I've been restreaming on Restream for mere 23 seconds. So if anybody out there, oh, this has a red dot on this thingamajig. So if anybody out there wants to help, ooh, I've been needing to charge my phone all morning, and this might be helpful as well. Ooh, all right. So, yeah, see, now I'm streaming on Twitch. What up? Oh, this is kind of cool. If this works, we'll see. We'll see at the end if this works. And then also, I want to know if you guys are hearing my drum. Sometimes what'll happen is I'll come in here, right? And I'll jump on my drums and I'll be like, oh, let me try to stream this. Let me try to fix that. Let me try to, work on this camera angle or whatever. And I've been spending so much time doing that stuff that I'm not practicing. Like I'll spend like an hour in here and I'll be like, I was supposed to practice. And so I got to work on some songs. But I mean, you guys should be hearing my You guys should be hearing my drums pretty good, but I'll have to watch back on the live on the replay to see what's up. Hold on a second. Let me actually check this out. I think I need to do more of like a hey, I'm going out, and I'll start scheduling and letting people know because if in case you're interested, you might know. In case you're interested, if you hit that notification bell, let's say on YouTube, I'll put up a notification that hey, I'm going to be streaming at noon or at 1 o'clock or whatever, and then people will probably come. Same thing on Twitch. I know Twitch kind of sends out the word right at the time, and then people might jump on. But I got to do a better job of letting people know what's going on because if they do want to watch, then I have to give them the opportunity to do so. I have to allow them time to jump on and say what's up. Um, nope, there goes my phone. So yeah, um, I'm going to say this one more time, and then that's it. I'm going to say Happy New Year to everybody. Because it doesn't, listen, it's over, you know. Happy New Year. What? And this is the thing too, because we're going to get into this, where when I turn around, I'm going to be because we're going to get into this where when I turn around, I'm going to be making mental notes of how long people wish me a Happy New Year. And the only acceptable criteria the only acceptable criteria is if you have not seen me since the new year, right? Which is going to happen a lot today because I'm going back to my job at the school. I'm going back to teaching. So that's going to happen a lot today. Um, and that's fine. But if we get further down into the middle of the week, I don't know. I guess that's probably the only people that would actually say Happy New Year are the people that haven't seen me. So I'm just being a hater for no reason. And I apologize. Sometimes I get in these moods where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this or I'm not feeling that or I got to remember to turn my mic off when I'm playing. Or sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling that or whatever. But then I think about it, and I think everybody should try and do this. But then I think about it, and then I go, yeah, but listen, I'm not thinking about this the right way. I'm just being a hater, or I'm being a this, or I'm being a grumpus, whatever the case may be. I have my reasons. Everybody has their reasons. So what is this? What? Oh, so I could put on music. All right, let's try this. Let's see what goes on here. I didn't know I could do this. So this is a new platform for me, right? Restream. Can you hear this? That's funny. So this is a new platform for me, so I'm gonna have to explore it and check it out. But I did enough to get it going, right? I did enough to make it work because I could not for the life of me figure out how to make the Twitch stream work from Twitch. I don't know if the only hey, I don't know if the only way for me to Twitch stream is on my phone. I don't see anything on the app on my computer that says, "Hey, go live." So it's just like the stream manager. So I actually went live from the Restream platform. Um, I cannot for the life of me see your name because my monitor is over there. I want to chat. Anything in the chat? I see something in the chat, and that's on my Twitch stream chat. I wonder why it didn't come up on my phone. Anyway, I'm saying a whole lot of nothing today, but that's okay because this is not the normal day of the Mark Z Drumcast. This is um, this is just a test. This is just a test, and I gotta say it's going pretty well. Um, this test is going pretty well. So where is it may not seem like it. Oh, because I just blanked out everything. It may not seem like it, but this test is going well, right? Um, because I am finding out a lot of things behind the scenes. I'm letting you in on some stuff that, you know, uh, whatever. Because, like I said, when you come on the Mark Z Drumcast, you see behind the scenes. Even though it's in front of the scenes, you are also seeing behind the scenes. And I'm preparing for a show coming up on Saturday, and it's in my neck of the woods. Thank goodness, it's in New York, but it's not in New York City where I usually play. It's out on Long Island, and that's a really cool thing because it's closer to home for me. It's not a long trip for a show, and it's right in my neck of the woods. And I have a lot of people that are always asking me, "Hey, let me know when you're playing. Let me know when you're playing uh, locally, right? Let me know when you're playing locally." So I'm going to try to spread the word to as many people as possible this week and let them know. Like a lot of my students, a lot of my clients uh, always are asking me when I'm playing live. So I will be behind the kit for Reagan Youth on Saturday at Amityville Music Hall on Long Island in Amityville. It's a great venue, and it's a very, very special occasion for two very special people celebrating an important day in their lives. And I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I'm grateful to be a part of Reagan Youth, an amazing band with Paul, who is an amazing guitar player. And we will have guest vocalists, a bunch of guest vocalists coming up singing Reagan Youth songs. Really great set list. So that's what I'm working on today. Um, and like I was saying earlier in the stream, I usually will sit down and say, okay, I'm going to practice. And then I start tinkering with the studio or this technical thing. And today I was like, oh, I'm going to practice. But then I jump on Restream and I'm like, let me see if I can get this Restream started or this Restream going. And it's like, yo, oh, what's up, Jerry? Jerry followed me to Twitch, right? Is that right? Oh no, he must be talking to me from YouTube, right? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, nice, nice. That is put into OBS. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Jerry? Good to see you, man. Yeah, yeah, I got the whole stream key thing. Um, but for some reason it doesn't work on my um I don't know. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. But all of your input um is really, really helpful and it's key. And I listen to all of it, I read all of it, and I take your ideas and your thoughts and your experience, and I appreciate it. So it's good to see Jerry. Uh Yo, what's up? I apologize. I can't really see. Is that J Frog? J Frog 7? What's up? Good to see you guys. Hey, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, again, this is just a test. I don't really have a topic or anything planned out. I wasn't really going to play anything, but after I sign off and log off, I'm going to be practicing for this upcoming show. Um, yeah, it's going to be really super fun. I'm testing quality and stuff like that. Like I felt like I was having a real problem with OBS quality of stream, and it wasn't liking the way it was looking. And it could have been, I'm sure it was settings or something like that. Uh, but I am just, yeah, you too, ever used to it. But the restream is a great. Yes. Yeah. And yes, I agree with that. Right. That's why I like Twitch because I got onto Twitch and I immediately got like a lot of people tuning in and saying what's up and interacting. Right. And I feel like the community is a little closer and more open to maybe um, new streamers and new people on the platform. Um, but I think, like you say, I think YouTube is just set up differently, right? The way they do their thing is just different. It's a different platform. This is something that's probably um, more centralized, not more centralized, more localized, where they are reaching people constantly. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but I think I understand they are just two different platforms and they just do things differently. Um, and I love Twitch because I follow some people on Twitch and just the interactive part of it where I can listen to what that person has to say and then people will interact and jump on and join in the chat. And then there's really good conversations and stuff like that. It's a very entertaining platform. I'm a big gamer myself, but I don't game on Twitch. I game a lot on my Xbox, which the Series X looks amazing. I just downloaded Modern Warfare 3, and it just looks unbelievable. And I enjoy the gameplay and stuff like that. But to me, honestly, if we're going to talk about games, I feel like number one, Call of Duty is borrowing a lot from Fortnite, and I know Fortnite is a huge hit, but it's also free, and I like, the model is the game is free, but if you want stuff in game, you got to buy it. It's just like every other game these days. But the idea of using all these IPs within the game to draw people into play because they can be Peter Griffin or they could be whoever else they want to be. And it's really cool the way they set up these events using all of these IPs. It's almost like it makes me think of Funko Pops, right? Where Funko Pop came up with an idea, and then all of a sudden, the more IPs they got licensed, the more things they were able to use. They just blew up in popularity because they were just able to access everything: sports, music, movies, TV, video games. All of this stuff can be now made by Funko Pop because they're getting all these licenses. So I feel like Fortnite has been able to do the same thing. I agree. Oh, what are you saying? I'm sorry. I was talking and then I started reading Jerry's comment. Right. No, right? No, it doesn't. It was a gritty, realistic war simulator. Um, Not so much like Battlefield. I think Battlefield was like a little too much for me. Um, but Call of Duty is more like gritty and realistic. But now they kind of moved into that whole Fortnite thing where you can have costumes and powers and neon and all of this stuff. And they actually started that neon stuff probably maybe Modern Warfare 2. I can't tell you the specific title, but it was a couple of years ago where they really started to venture into that, like different skins and all of that stuff that were more outrageous. And now it's just full on Fortnite, basically. The other thing I have a little bit of a problem with, yeah, I did too. I know what you mean, man. I've taken long periods of breaks from gaming, just because doing my thing and building my business and playing music and doing all of this stuff. It didn't leave a lot of time. When I have time, I'll jump on and I'll game. But then what'll happen is I'll game for a little while and then I'll realize, oh, you know what? I'm playing too many games right now. So then I have to adjust, right? It's almost like an addiction for me. I've been gaming since I'm a kid. So I got to find that balance. And I have found that balance pretty much. I do enjoy playing. I like playing multiplayer. I like playing with friends. There was a time where my nephew, who lives in Arizona, he and I would game often, and that was the way we would connect. It wasn't by a phone call or by a text. We would connect online, and then we'd be able to talk to each other like it was a phone call while we're in game playing, and that was super fun. I kind of miss that. But yeah, other than that, it's just a lot going on, right? When you open up Modern Warfare, I don't even know how many gigs it is. Somebody told me it's like a ridiculous amount of storage space needed for that game. But when you open up Modern Warfare 3, you have to scroll through like, you know, 10 different screens to figure out where you want to go and what you want to play. And with the battle pass, like all the menus across the top, like it's taken me a little while to get used to all of that stuff. And I was playing zombies with a friend of mine, and she was kind of talking me through a lot of stuff. We had a lot of fun playing that too. Um, so I have the skills to survive a zombie apocalypse, but like she was talking me through all the upgrades and stuff. Oh, you got to do this, grab that, you need this. And that was super helpful because for a new player, it is a lot. Uh, yeah. Yeah, so it's fun, man. I like gaming. I think it looks, like I said, the Xbox Series X looks amazing. I could Twitch stream my games based on learning how to stream here, the Mark Z Drumcast. Uh, I would easily be able to set up a Twitch stream for my games and set up the camera and all of that stuff. and I could do it. If I got another, maybe if I got another A10 mini, a basic one that I could just use for gaming, maybe I would do that. I don't know. But because I get kind of animated when I'm gaming, I'm not going to lie. I may not want people to see exactly how I get when I'm playing games, especially a Call of Duty type of game. I was playing Destiny 2 for a while. And I mean, listen, I've been playing Destiny for probably almost 10 years, um, if not more. And I've always been a fan of that game, but it's getting really repetitive now, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just not loving what's happening when I log on the game. It's just so much of the same stuff. I'm waiting for the final expansion, which I think might be, the final shape is the final expansion, and I'll check it out. But I haven't really been psyched to go on and play that game a lot. Seem to be going to the same places over and over again and stuff like that. But hey, again, I don't play enough to really get into all of the things. That's the other thing too. Correct me if I'm wrong or if you agree or disagree, but I think that games have become super complex, right? Super complex these days with all of the things and all of the different. I guess it's the type of game that you choose that determines that. But when you get into the amount of armor combinations, weapon combinations, and then weapon upgrades, and how you can build a weapon with all different components, um, and then you have perks and you have other things that can affect your armor and affect your weapons in different ways. And like that's a lot to invest. That for me anyway. But I'm an adult. I'm a professional, and I have very little time to spend. But I think they hook people in, and they give you that crack. Like, listen, you can build this thing if you grind for this particular thing or that particular weapon, and it's kind of crazy, which is kind of good that I've stepped out of it a little bit. And but I like the exploring games, right? If you gave me, my friend told me the other day, she's like, "Come on, we gotta go." And I'm like, "No, I'm still looking for stuff." And I'm going into buildings and I'm trying to find stuff or whatever. And she's telling me we got to go because we got exfil or whatever was happening at the time. And then next thing I know, like she's way across the map and I'm by myself surrounded by zombies. I didn't die though. I mean, I died once and then I got uh, resurrected. But I just like to look for stuff. And if you give me a game and it's got a good shooting mechanic and a good first person setup, but then at the same time I can discover stuff while I'm running around, then that's a home run for me. Because, like I said, I look around every corner, I go into caves, all that kind of stuff, um, at the cost of the mission sometimes, because I just want to find things. But anyway, that's about it for me. And knowing range skills and all for like 60 plus chance depending on the game. What's up, Kung Skao? And knowing range skill. Hold on. Knowing range skills and all like 60 plus champs depending on games. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at Modern Warfare. I think I'm pretty good at finding people's heads when I'm aiming. Um, but sometimes shit's too fast for me. I'm not a young guy. I'm not a young kid. But sometimes shit's way too fast, and my head's like spinning back and forth trying to find where the enemy is. And reflexes too. I still think I do pretty good. I hold my own. I'm usually in the top three of uh, of my death matches or anything like that. But I think more so than I think more so than reflexes. And so, like a guy like me, where you gotta like, I don't have the reflexes that some of these other people have, so I have to make up for it in other ways with my game, right? I have to play strategy, and it's like when you're playing an older person in like a one-on-one sport, and you're like, oh, look at this guy, he's like 86 years old. and they completely kick the crap out of you, that's because they've learned over the years to compensate what they're losing physically with strategy, with how they approach the game, how they play the game. I'm talking about tennis myself, but and this has happened to me, right? So you have to learn that there are certainly strategies and things that can help you win if you have other shortcomings in your game. Um, so I think that that's and don't panic, right? That's the biggest thing. Don't panic. There's a lot of OG champs. You need to know. Right, right, and I think that that's why. Like I watch a lot of YouTube, and if there's anything I want to know, strategy wise, or even like when I started playing zombies, I jumped on and I kind of went through. I found a good video that kind of laid out all the basics for me, and then I could learn along the way, as long as I had the basics first. I feel like it's very much like Warzone in that you have contracts that you could find and fulfill and get through and upgrade your weapons and stuff. And then after a certain amount of time, you got to exfil. You got to find a place. You got to get out of there with your gear, otherwise you lose it. It kind of reminds me of the Division. If anybody's played the Division, I was addicted to that game back years ago. The Division was a phenomenal game, and it always like had this really good feel to it. I don't know how they made this, how they created that world the way they did, but it was really really super slick, and the gameplay was fantastic. The team element was also fantastic. The Division was really really a top choice for me if I'm going to go do a Mount Rushmore of video games. The Division is definitely one of them. No way. Counter Strike? Bro, yes. I played and got my kids into Counter Strike where we all used to play on our PCs. You know, they had their own PCs in their rooms and me in my office on my PC. What's Louis doing out there? And oh yeah, Counter Strike was and people are still playing it in competition now. Yeah, right, right. Uh, yeah, LAN parties. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. I remember working with this guy who used to have LAN parties on his house on the weekend at his house on the weekends, and everybody would show up with their PCs to his house, and they would all just set up and just play all weekend. That was really really cool. But yeah, for sure. Uh, Counter Strike, one of my all time favorites, which actually led me to what is that game? I can't think of it now. But one of my all time favorite games was come on, help me out. Oh, Adrian Jones. What's the thing? Half Life. Half Life. Right? Counter Strike led me to Half Life, which led me to Half Life 2, which was probably still is my all time favorite game of all time. Half Life 2 on the PC. The physics ahead of its time. The sound design was incredible. You played that game wearing headphones. You felt like you were um, on Earth in an alien invasion. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I will always say Half Life 2, probably one of the best games ever made. Ahead of its time by far. Couldn't wait for the next, but then they went VR and the next edition never came out. Like, I don't know whatever happened to that, but I was always checking online to see when the new game's coming out. I played the Lost Coast. I played a couple of different expansions just to kind of show what they were working on. Um, Daggerfall. Huh. That sounds really familiar, but I'm not really sure if I ever played Daggerfall. That sounds familiar though. Yeah, Half-Life 2, man. Oh, in fact, Years after that, I ended up downloading the Orange Box. I think for the PC, I've played Half-Life 2 on Steam. I had the Orange Box on the Xbox and played Half-Life 2, but nothing really comes close to that first experience, that first playthrough of Half-Life 2 on PC um, a long time ago. Skyrim, that's another one. That's another one. Skyrim, phenomenal. Also, more recently, the new God of War on what, the PS4? No, PS4. Yeah, PS4. God of War. I played through that completely twice. Valkyries, brutally difficult, especially the final one. But yeah, I got to get a PS5 to play the new one because at the end, spoiler alert, at the end of God of War, when Thor showed up, I was like, no brainer. I gotta play Ragnarok. But I haven't gotten around to getting that PS5 yet. Just way too busy. But anyway, I think this is a very successful test. If any of you guys have well, see, now we could talk gaming too, but we've been talking gaming. But if anybody has a drumming question before I get off, have at it. I'd be happy to answer anything that you guys have to say or ask. I mean, um, but I appreciate the interaction, man. It's super cool when I jump online and people say what's up. So hit that subscribe or whatever you do on Twitch. I don't know. First, yeah. See, so I'm getting the. Oh, I see. All right. No, that's cool too. That restream will give you the chats from whatever platforms you're streaming on. That's super cool. Jerry play. Oh, Jerry played Counter Strike. That's so sick, man. I'm so glad that people still remember Counter Strike. And like I said, they're still playing it in competition. And I will still tune in every once in a while when I could get any of those gaming competitions. I forget what they're even called, but where they're playing Counter Strike and they're playing. I think they're also playing Halo and which Halo. Come on, uh, Halo, Counter Strike, and what was it? Tekken. I remember a fighting game that they were playing. But yeah, absolutely. Halo. I got the first Halo when it came out. I don't know how many years ago when I first got the Xbox. That was the launch title. And again, another game that I thought the physics were ahead of its time on that game. And I followed the series all the way through, from through the good and the bad, through Bungie and what was it, 343 Studios, and all the way through to this new one, um, Infinite. But I don't love. I liked Halo 5's multiplayer. I wasn't a big fan of Halo of Infinite, the multiplayer. So for me, something was missing. Something was different. Halo 5. I played Halo 5 multiplayer for countless years, and we'll still pop it on every once in a while. People are still playing it. Uh, but I heard that they added some content and stuff that maybe it's worth another look. The multiplayer on Infinite, but I kind of like that game. I mean, it was kind of weird, um, and I didn't feel like it was completely finished, to be honest, when I played Halo Infinite. But I did have a good time with it. I had fun with it, and I think at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. But yeah, I'm gonna have to change the name of my show to the Mark Z Gamecast. Um, but yeah, I'll always talk games and I'll always talk drums. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna head on out because I really do have to practice for this show I got coming up. I really do have to work on these songs, even though I know them, but I haven't played them in a while. I haven't played them in a while. And here's the other thing about live streaming and live streaming to different platforms. Um, when you're streaming on different platforms, they all have different policies as far as like copyrighted music. So if I want to go ahead and do drum covers, or I want to work on some songs that I'm going to be playing, uh, that I have the rights to, it's still going to give me a problem. And I have to go through probably some things in order to be able to use that music. Um, I'm going to be playing along to music that of the band I'm in right now, but it'll still be a problem. Like on yes, thank you, Jerry. There will definitely be drums next time, man. But you know what? I enjoy sitting, I enjoy getting online, and I enjoy interacting with people, and I kind of just go with the flow. If you watch my last two Drumcasts on YouTube, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I talked about Christmas. I talked about New Year's resolutions. I talked about all kinds of stuff. I talk about stage fright and performance anxiety, and all kinds of things that are kind of drum related, but not necessarily technical drumming, but stuff that goes along with drumming, and all the things that you might encounter along the way. I talk about my student bands all the time because I'm super proud of them, and the things that we work on. But anyway, yeah, I just got to figure out like what works on some, because Twitch will just straight up mute everything that has copyrighted music in it. So I could go ahead and play an entire concert for you guys and play along the copyrighted songs, and boom, it all's just going to get silenced upon replay. You'll be able to see it live, which is kind of cool. And then you can't monetize certain videos on YouTube, which makes sense, and I agree with that because I'm an artist myself, and I believe in artists getting fair compensation for their work. But anyway, let me just read these last couple of comments, and uh, and then I will bid you guys adieu. Oh yeah, well, there's always going to be these things. Maybe no music. Rudiments, yeah. MCA. Oh, I know, man. I know exactly what you mean. It's tough. It's so tough, But you know who it's not tough for? The record companies and the corporations that are renting music. Right? Listen. I would be on here for another couple of hours talking to you, Jerry, about this. But I really must go. But maybe we will revisit this topic at a later time. All right, everybody. Thank you all for jumping in, and thank you so much for saying what's up and jumping in the chat. I love it. So listen, I will be back on now that I could do this both, probably Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There will definitely be more drumming, but I'm open to gaming talk as well. But it's mostly going to be about drums and drumming. And so if you have questions about that, please spread the word, share, like, subscribe, follow, and go ahead over to my Patreon, Mark Z Drums at Patreon. And there you will get a sticker. If you become a member, you'll get exclusive content and things like that. So again, thank you. Have a great week. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. This was the longest test I think I've ever done, but I had a blast. So see you guys next time. Oh, unlock full HD. Oh, see, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do to me. Unlock full HD. All right, everybody. I'm signing off of YouTube now. Apparently, I'm still streaming on YouTube. Wow, this has been a long one. This is absolutely a very long test. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's going to go up live. I mean, it's going to go up on the DVR. You can watch it again. But thank you, everybody. Have a great day.